Rebecca Torres, 31, night shift janitor, had exactly $27 in her wallet. Her son's school lunch account $25 seer was overdue for 3 days. When she heard muffled screaming from the woods behind the gas station at 2:47 a.m., she didn't hesitate. She grabbed a shovel and started digging. What Rebecca didn't know, the man buried alive was worth $340 million. What he whispered would change everything. Rebecca's bank account, $27. Her son Marcus's lunch debt, $25 for 3 days of meals he'd missed. The electricity bill, $340 sir, was due in 48 hours. Her husband had left 8 months. Agor drained their savings, disappeared with his co-worker, left Rebecca with a 6-year-old son and $31,000 in credit card debt he'd hidden from her. She worked 12-hour shifts at Pinewood Office Complex, scrubbing floors from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m., slept 5 hours a night, skipped lunch to save $8 a day. Before her husband left, Rebecca had dreams, college degree, marketing career, but she dropped out to support him through business school. He promised they'd switch. He never did. When he left, he took everything. The car, the laptop, even Marcus's college fund. $14,000. Gone. Thursday, 2:47 a.m. Shell gas station on Route 9. Rebecca was walking to the bus stop after her shift. That's when she heard it. Screaming, muffled, desperate, coming from the woods. She turned. Darkness, trees. Nothing visible. What Rebecca did next would put her in danger she couldn't imagine. Rebecca stared at the dark woods. Every instinct screamed, run. Call police, don't get involved. But the screaming, it was weakening. Someone was dying. She looked at her phone. 3% battery, no signal out here. If she waited, they'd be dead. She grabbed a shovel from the gas station dumpster, ran into the woods. Following the sound, her flashlight flickered. There, fresh dirt. A mound. She started digging, hands blistering, shovel hitting wood. A coffin. She screamed for help. No one came. She pried the coffin open. A man, mid-60s, gray suit, gasping, clawing at the wood. His eyes met hers. Terror, gratitude. He grabbed her arm, whispered something, then collapsed. That whisper would haunt Rebecca in ways that would destroy her peace forever. Rebecca called 911. Ambulance arrived. Police swarmed. Questions. Hours of them. Why was she there? How did she know? Did she see who did this? They searched her, photographed her hands, dirt under her nails, blisters, suspicion in their eyes. Don't leave town, the detective said. Rebecca missed her morning bus, missed picking up Marcus from her neighbors. Her supervisor called. That's strike 2. One more and you're done. But the paramedic, James, handed her his card. You saved his life, he said quietly. That matters. Day 2, Rebecca's phone wouldn't stop ringing. News reporters, local station wanted an interview. She declined. Too scared, too exhausted. The police came to her apartment. More questions. Marcus clung to her leg. Mommy, what's wrong? The electricity was shut off. 39 degrees inside. Rebecca wrapped Marcus in every blanket they owned. She'd saved a stranger's life. Now her own was falling apart. But she remembered his eyes. The way he'd looked at her. Like she was an angel. That had to mean something. Day 3. Rebecca's phone buzzed. Unknown number. She almost ignored it. Is this Rebecca Torres? A man's voice asked. Deep, professional. We need to meet today, 3 p.m., Pinewood Memorial Hospital, room 847. Please come. What Rebecca was about to walk into would shatter everything she thought about that night. If this story is giving you chills, please subscribe to Everyday Kindness Stories. We share these stories to remind you that heroes walk among us. They're janitors, they're struggling, they're real. What happens next will prove that saving one life can save your own. The man Rebecca saved wasn't just grateful, he was terrified, and what he was about to reveal would put her in danger. Room 847, Pinewood Memorial. Rebecca walked in, wearing her cleaning uniform, the only clean clothes she had. The man sat upright in the hospital bed, 4S in his arms, bruises on his face, but his eyes were sharp, Alert, he smiled. Rebecca Torres, you saved my life. Please sit. I'm Richard Castellano, CEO of Castellano Industries. Net worth, $340 million. 3 days ago, my business partner tried to kill me. Vincent Shaw. We built the company together, 22 years. I discovered he'd been embezzling $47 million. I confronted him. He drugged me, buried me alive in those woods. He thought I'd die before anyone found me. But you heard me. You saved me. Now he knows I'm alive. And Rebecca, he knows about you. Your name is in the police report. The news. He'll come after you. Anyone who can identify what happened. I'm so sorry. I never meant to put you in danger. What Richard offered next would sound impossible, but Rebecca had no choice. I'm offering you protection, Richard said. And more, a job, executive assistant to the CEO, salary $95,000 a year, full benefits. Your job helped me rebuild my company with people I can trust. Your credit card debtor, all $31,000, sir, paid as of this morning. Your son's school lunch account, fully funded for the year. And this. He handed Rebecca an envelope. She opened it. A check, $50,000. For housing, security deposit, first year's rent, whatever you need. Rebecca's hands shook. Tears blurred her vision. Why me? She whispered. Richard's eyes softened. Because you heard someone screaming in the dark and you ran toward it. That's not just courage, Rebecca, that's character. That's what I need, and I promise, I'll keep you and Marcus safe. But Rebecca's nightmare wasn't over. 2 years later, Rebecca Torres, 33, executive assistant to CEO at Castellano Industries. She'd helped rebuild the company after Vincent Shaw's arrest. He got 25 years for attempted murder and embezzlement. The company recovered $41 million. Rebecca was there every step. Marcus, now 8, attended private school, honor roll, soccer team. Rebecca had moved into a 3-bedroom apartment, safe neighborhood, stable income. She kept the shovel, the one from that night. Richard had it cleaned and mounted in a shadow box in his office. A plaque beneath it read, "The shovel that saved a life and exposed the truth." Rebecca looked at it every morning when she arrived at work. A reminder. She'd been exhausted that night, broke, alone. She could have walked past, called someone else, but she didn't. She ran toward the screaming. Richard was right. Rebecca hadn't just saved his life. She'd saved her own. And Marcus's. One act of courage in the darkness had led them all into the light. Courage isn't always big. Sometimes it's hearing someone scream and running toward the sound. Sometimes it's digging with blistered hands when no one else will help. Good people still exist. They're tired, they're struggling, but they show up anyway. If this story moved you, subscribe to Everyday Kindness Stories. Hit the bell so you never miss proof that humanity is beautiful. Next time, we'll share the story of a homeless veteran who found a wallet with $10,000. And what he did next will restore your faith. Thank you for watching.